In today's session, we look at sleep, shopping, and cooking.
Let's get moving. Before we start the session, we encourage you to do some physical activity. To do this, please pause the video, either scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link in the video description. Choose one of the NL Active sessions to complete before coming back to the video.
Working together, our commitment to you and your commitment to us. As we go through this 8-week programme, we are committed to work with you to achieve that agreed upon target of a 5% weight loss goal for every service user. We will work with you to share information and offer practical advice to improve your health and well-being. We also ask for a commitment from yourselves to work with a Healthy Lifestyle Facilitator to achieve your 5% weight loss and to look for sustainable changes to improve your health and well-being throughout the programme and going forward. So recap on week 5, habits. We looked at why habits are so important in managing our lifestyle change. Habits can get in the way of making changes. How can we help change unhelpful habits into more helpful habits, making our surroundings work for us, and the SMART goal setting. In today's session, we look at sleep. Why do we need sleep? Sleep recommendations, tips for improving sleep, sleep hygiene, and then shopping and budgeting and top tips. Your sleep. So I want you to think about the following as we go through each one. How much sleep do you get? What is the quality of your sleep? Why do you feel like sleep is important? And how many hours of sleep are recommended? So again, please feel free to pause the PowerPoint as you write down on your notes in your booklet the following 4 answers. We sleep to enable our bodies and brains to recover. Healthy sleep is important for both physical and mental health, improving productivity and overall quality of life. The main function of sleep is to enable our bodies and brains to recover. The body needs to recover from physical stresses of the day, but also from mental stresses. When we experience new things during the day, brain cells build connections with other parts of the brain. Bad sleeping patterns can have a detrimental effect on our weight, mood, energy, and work performance, and plays a key factor in our decision-making processes. Good sleep routine allows us to have better recovery and provide more energy to take part in more physical activity. By not getting enough sleep, you might be experiencing an imbalance of hormones, leading to you feeling hungrier and eating more. This is why when you're tired, your body is more likely to crave sugary, high-fatty foods to provide quick energy. Eating more and eating lots of different types of food can cause weight gain. Sleep Council recommendations. As you can see on the recommendation sleep chart for adults aged 18 or above, the minimum amount of recommendation sleep is 7 hours. If you feel like you're not getting enough sleep, there may be many factors within your sleeping routine or your environment that contribute towards this. So take time and have a think and explore reasons for any lack of sleep that you might have. Top tips for good sleep. It may be helpful to dim the lights and allow up to 60 minutes of device-free time, as blue light from bright lights may cause mental stimulation, meaning it's difficult to switch off. Use this time to try different methods of relaxation such as meditation, mindfulness, breathing techniques that put you in the right mindset for sleep. It helps to have a healthy mental connection between being in bed and actually being asleep. So, if you, after 20 minutes, haven't fallen asleep, get up, stretch, read, or do something else calming in a low light before going back to bed. Alcohol may make it easier to fall asleep, but disrupts the sleep cycle, so the quality of sleep is affected even after a few drinks. Caffeine is another stimulant, so try to avoid it later on in the day. Nicotine is also a stimulant and causes numerous sleeping problems, including snoring and sleep apnea. Eating dinner too near to bedtime can keep you awake as you're still digesting your meal. A light snack before bed may help you make you sleepier. Foods you could try are toast, turkey, bananas, salmon, milk, yogurt, full-fat dairy products, and oats. Take regular exercise as this can make it easier to sleep, but not before bed, as it increases alertness and stimulates the nervous system and raises your heart rate. How to practice good sleep hygiene. Have a fixed wake-up time. Regardless of whether it's a weekday or a weekend, try to wake up at the same time, since a fluctuating schedule keeps you from getting into a rhythm of constant sleep. Prioritize your sleep. It might be tempting to skip sleep in order to work, study, socialize, or exercise, but it's vital to treat sleep as a priority. Calculate a target bedtime based on your fixed wake-up time and do your best to be ready for bed around that time each night. Don't overdo it with naps. Naps can be a handy way to regain energy during the day, but they can throw you off sleep at night. To avoid this, try to keep naps relatively short, around 30 minutes, and limited to the early afternoon. Make gradual adjustments. If you want to shift your sleep times, don't try to do it all in one go. This can throw your schedule out of harmony. Instead, make small changes of up to an hour or two so you can get adjusted and settle into a new schedule. Do regular exercise. Exercise can help to calm your body and your mind, enabling you to get to sleep faster, whilst also reducing the chance of waking up in the night. It can also help you be more productive on days when you're feeling tired, even when you really don't feel like doing it.
Tips for improving sleep. Keep your bedroom well ventilated. This could be achieved by keeping a window on a latch or the use of vents. Turning the heating down before you go to bed can also help regulate room temperature. Limit light and noise. Using an eye mask can be beneficial in limiting light. The use of earplugs can restrict noise if you sleep in a particularly noisy environment. However, we can use noise to our advantage. Noises such as white, brown or pink noise may help you get a better quality sleep by masking the environment or outside noises that are causing the disruption to sleep. They not only can help you get to sleep, but also stay asleep and may help train your brain to know when it's time to snooze. Avoid or swap distractions. Earlier in the sessions, we discussed reducing screen time as a better way to get to sleep. Switching from screen time to reading can also be a great way to relax without creating mental stimulation from your devices. Make your bedroom a comfortable place. Create a space that you find relaxing to be in. Light smells such as lavender can impact on your atmosphere in the bedroom, alongside colours and using pillows, bedding that you find comfortable. Clutter can also impact on your perception of your environment. Try clearing out surfaces, putting clothes away, getting rid of any unwanted furniture, and tidying away excess decorations. Sleep and shift work. If this PowerPoint slide doesn't apply to you, please feel free to move on to the next slide. If you work night shifts, try to sleep until you wake naturally to minimize sleep debt. Avoid caffeine and nicotine towards the end of your shift and on your way home. Keep hydrated and eat small amounts often during your night shifts to keep energy levels up. Sleep depth, also known as sleep deficiency, is the difference between how much sleep you need and how much you actually get. And establishing a good sleep habit can be particularly challenging if you work shifts. The tips we've just gone through are just as important, but we have tips here that can be helpful to adapt to your own routine and work pattern. Shopping and budgeting. How could taking time to plan and budget your shopping be a useful tool in making and managing lifestyle changes? I want you to think of a week-long plan for evening meals, and I want you to write down from Monday to Sunday about the foods that you're going to eat within the next 7 days. Consider protein. How can this be varied throughout the week? Considering vegetarian options, fish options alongside red and white meat. Think about carbohydrates. Pastas, rice, grains are all great alongside potatoes. And vegetables, using a variety of different vegetables, looking at the rainbow task we did in week 2 and think about different veg and different fruits that you can incorporate, whether that's seasonal, tinned, frozen or fresh. And then lastly, the preparation. How will you prepare these meals as well, and are you using any oils? So tips for shopping and budgeting. Last week we talked about environment can affect your lifestyle and the availability of healthy options. Here are some key points that can help achieve healthier meals when grocery shopping. So don't assume brands are always the best. In week 3 we discussed food labelling and how we can compare nutritional information. Often it is the case that branded options are higher in price and also in calories and sugar, so consider this next time you're out shopping. Eating in season. By eating in season we can utilise the time of year to buy cheaper vegetables and produce. A good example of this would be to buy root vegetables during the autumn months. Don't go shopping hungry. Shopping when hungry can impact on the choices we make, as we are tempted by the foods we did not plan on purchasing. Try to avoid shopping when hungry, to avoid giving in to our impulses and cravings. Making a list. Plan ahead. Write down only the things that you need to help you achieve your goals. Once you've made the plan, stick to it. It's easy to follow a plan once we've written down and planned all our shopping. Purchasing all your ingredients for many meals together often means you can make the most out of the supermarket deals and discounts and buy larger packs of expensive items. Be wary of the end of aisle offers. Pay close attention to the environment. Often we find that the end of aisle offers are packed with convenience and junk foods at a discounted price. If we prepare ourselves in advance, we will know what to expect and plan to resist temptations. Look above and below eye level for cheaper options. Often shops will place higher priced goods at the average eye level, whilst placing the lower priced goods either below or above eye level, so keep an eye out for any more reasonable price bargains. And coupons. Many retailers will offer loyalty, bonus cards and reward schemes to encourage customers' retention. This can include discounted prices or money off your overall shop. Online shopping. Many online shopping services offer discounted rates. If you shop online, this could be quick and convenient to get some more discounts. Shopping was often difficult during the pandemic, and for some people can still be an issue today. So online shopping and shopping locally, asking a friend or a neighbour to shop on your behalf or speaking to your local council for more advice can also act as a way to overcome these issues. Top tips for preparing and cooking at home. Use lower fat mince and lean cuts off meat. Take skin off poultry. Grill, steam or bake rather than fry. Add extra vegetables or beans, peas or lentils to dishes. You could use also to replace some of the meat. Swap crisps and full fat dips to vegetable sticks and reduced fat hummus. Swap mayonnaise for yogurt for dips and salad dressings. Choose tomato-based sauces rather than creamy or cheese-based. Overall, making these changes will help you to eat healthier and have a balanced diet, and help us to manage our calorie intake better and put the Eat Well Guide suggestions into action. Daily calorie totals, buying out and making your own. On the left, we have examples of higher energy foods, so higher in calories. So for breakfast, we have from the coffee shop a regular latte with semi-skim milk and a croissant. And then for lunch, we have a supermarket chicken triple sandwich, bag of crisps, and a can of sugary sweetened Coca-Cola. And then the evening meal, a supermarket, half a deep pan pepperoni pizza, and a slice of an apple pie encrusted. And then on the right, we have a low energy foods that have been prepared from scratch at home using basic ingredients. So for breakfast, an instant coffee with semi-skim milk and a scrambled eggs, grilled mushrooms on whole meat toast. Lunch, we've got salmon pasta with asparagus, apple and a can of Diet Cola. In the evening meal, we've got cheese and tomato topped chicken with homemade sweet potato wedges and salad, low-fat yogurt and mixed berries. So you can see there, by eating the low energy meals, you would have eaten 624 less calories throughout the day, but with the advantage of feeling full, which will help to reduce the temptation for high calorie snacks in between meals. If combined with the increase of physical activity, we are able to create an appropriate calorie deficit weight management. In the dessert examples on the screen, example B shows you are eating a greater amount of low energy food, which keeps you fuller for longer and helps you to reduce your calorie intake. Low energy dense foods containing fewer calories per gram of food. This is because they tend to have higher water content, lots of fiber or little fat. And if you look at the dessert examples, they are very different in size, but actually both contain the same amount of calories. The difference is that the one on the left has a higher energy density, while the one on the right has a low energy density. Basically, by choosing the calorie option, you get to eat a lot more food, which keeps you fuller for longer, but for the same amount of calories, and fruit, low-fat yogurt and whole grains, as well as many other low-calorie foods, are recommended for eating healthy guidelines. Making the most out of your food. Batch cooking. This is when you spend some time prepping and preparing your meals for the next 2 weeks or week and storing them in a fridge or freezer. Getting started takes a bit of effort and forward planning, but it's worthwhile when you consider the many benefits that batch cooking can bring. It helps you save money on your food shopping because buying in bulk is cheaper than buying small amounts regularly. While the initial costs will be higher than the usual shop because you're buying more in one go, over time your meals cost less. A popular method of batch cooking is to prepare, then freeze the main ingredients, such as cooking onions and mince, which can be defrosted and used to cook either chili, spaghetti bolognese, or shepherd's pies. Freezer food. As soon as fruit and vegetables are picked, they start to lose nutrients. It can take some time for them to be transported to shops, plus time in the shop and then in your kitchen before you eat them. However, frozen fruit and vegetables are frozen shortly after they've been harvested, which helps to preserve the nutrients until you eat them. And leftovers can be a real time and budget saver. Store food in freezer bags or plastic tubs. If you prepare twice the vegetables you'll need for tonight's dinner, you'll have a starting point for soup or pasta dish later on in the week. Use leftover roast chicken on sandwiches. Make twice the amount of food as you need, then freeze in portions for another time when you don't have time to cook. Take a portion of your evening meal for lunch the next day. Creating your own takeaway. On average, spend per person per year rose by 42% over 2 years, from £452 in 2019 to £641 in 2021. 38% of 18 to 24-year-olds ordered takeaway at least 2 to 3 times per week, and 3% of people living within the Yorkshire and Humber order takeaways more than 4 times per week. So within your booklet, there'll be a page with fish and chips and brilliant beef curry. So the task that we'd like you to do is price up all the ingredients listed in the resource for both recipes. So this will give you a good idea on how to cook a healthier takeaway and reducing the amount of calories. Please feel free to press pause on this slideshow while you write down the items and how much they would cost to make. So calories of the main meals. Takeaway fish and chips is between 850 to 900 calories, and with peas around 1,000, and a beef curry averages at around 1,000 calories, and there's a huge amount of saturated fat, salt and sugar. You'd need to cycle for around about 3 hours to burn that off. Takeaways can be great, a cost-effective way, healthier alternative while still allowing to indulge in our favourite foods. Furthermore to takeaways, our 6-week Cook for Life programme is available to residents within North Lincolnshire and can provide practical support to develop and enhance your cooking skills. Cook for Life is available within community hubs throughout North Lincolnshire and is available to all abilities. If that is something you are interested in, please let us know and we can make a referral to the Cook for Life team. So recapping on what we've learned. Sleep. Why do we need sleep? The sleep recommendations, tips for improving sleep, sleep hygiene, shopping and budgeting, and top tips. Next week we're looking at food, mood and mindfulness. And now we're on to our SMART goal, being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and timely. So think about the session that we've just done and try and make it relevant.